Hello, everybody, and welcome to Pitch Talk. Manchester City mashed in Manchester, 4-0 Tottenham. Absolute dismal performance from Manchester City. Definitely something to forget. They have gone from bad to worse. We thought the international break was going to be a huge bonus to them. Thought it came at the exact time that they needed because there was a lot of flat. Tired is probably the best word to say. Tired. Manchester City look absolutely tired right now. We knew that they could potentially fall off slightly because of the push that they did last season and what they accomplished, but nobody expected this much of a fall off. 4-0 at the Etihad. Manchester City weren't even in that game. It was more of a one-sided game. Manchester City had moments where they could have scored, but no clinicalness. Erling Haaland, I felt, was very unlucky today for the amount of attempts that he had on target. He really pushed. So I thought very unlucky for Erling Haaland. This is a disaster of Pep Guardiola. His own destruction, to be honest with you. I thought the team he set out there, the formation, and the attempt to bring on certain players like De Bruyne in such a situation. I thought De Bruyne should have come on at halftime. You're 2-0 down, you need to come back in the second half. I think there wasn't much respect given to Tottenham, and I felt like Pep Guardiola and a lot of Manchester City just assumed that they would come back firing in the second half, which was not the case. I think Ange Postecoglou's tactics, formation, strategies in this game, absolutely spot on. Perfect from Postecoglou. I can't begin to say. It's a very unregular, unauthentic Tottenham team where you actually don't know what you're going to get. You're going to get a 4-1 thumping against Aston Villa. Then you're going to go lose 2-1 to Ipswich at home. And now you're going to go win 4-0 at the Etihad. So it's a very unpredictable Tottenham team. But nevertheless, I thought spot on tactics. Remember being without their two main defenders in Mickey van der Ven and Romero. Those are two huge defenders for Tottenham. And I felt like Personally, I felt like Davies stepped up today. I really do. I thought him and Dragusin really stepped up. They were phenomenal. They kept Haaland at arm's length. Although he had opportunities, never anything really real cut, if I'm being honest with you, where it was a one-on-one and he should have scored. They kept him at arm's length and they kept him in positions where they knew he could potentially not score, where he's going to struggle to put those goals away. So I thought phenomenal. Honestly, James Maddison, the difference maker in this game. On his 28th birthday, could you ask for a better birthday present? Clinical, I thought phenomenal, brilliant. The entire team, the attacking going forward. Manchester City, no matter how many different ways they plan on setting up their defense, they can't keep clean sheets. And I think Pep Guardiola's got to stop with the tactics and the strategies, all these exciting things that we know Guardiola is known for and good at in changing the game. I think he's got to go back to basics with this Manchester City team. They flat and they need something different. Like I said, disaster of their own destruction, and that's highlighted definitely towards Pep Guardiola. He came out there with a team that I didn't think were strong enough to go up against Tottenham, because we know Tottenham are the bogey team for Manchester City, and I thought leaving the likes of Grealish on the bench and leaving De Bruyne on the bench, first half okay, but definitely you could see at halftime change was needed. Guardiola left it until the 18th minute to bring these players on, and with all due respect, as great as Kevin De Bruyne is, I couldn't see him doing much with 17, 18 minutes left on the board to try and change the game. And although he was really good, he brought some key passes in and they came really close. It's not enough time. So I think Guardiola underestimated Tottenham and didn't show them the respect that they deserved. But nevertheless, well up to Tottenham and Postecoglou. Spot on. I thought Son, Kulusevski, for me, Kulusevski was unbelievable today. Maddison, brilliant. Obviously, the game changer, the real influencer in the game. But for me, Kulusevski, he held up the ball really well. He was very strong. He made key runs, key passes. I thought he was Tottenham's best player on the pitch today was Kulusevski. So well up to him. I thought brilliant, as well as Bissouma, really strong. Getting that yellow card in the first 17, 18 seconds. He held his composure for the full 90. No bad challenges. He stood strong. Very, very good performance from Tottenham. They deserved it. They definitely deserve the win. Manchester City in trouble. 4 in a row, Guardiola's first ever, and that's almost a 2-year streak at home for Manchester City, unbeaten. They've just lost it. So, terrible way to go out, but even champions fall off eventually. It's what they're known for. And the thing is, Arsenal came with a massive 3-0 win today to gain some ground on Manchester City. So all this has done now is allowed the likes of Brighton to move closer, and Arsenal as well as Chelsea. They're all very much under Manchester City, breathing down their necks. And Liverpool have a game in hand tomorrow against Southampton. Win that and they can potentially go 8 full points clear, 8 or 11 full points clear. That's huge in the title race. Going into the December break, that is massive. Guys, let me know what you think. What is going wrong at Manchester City? Is it fatigue? Is it lack of respect to other teams? Do they just expect themselves to win games now? Is it the lack of squad depth? We spoke about this in the last video, that selling Julian Alvarez was a huge miss for Manchester City. I thought they should never have done it, because even the great strikers like Erling Haaland have bad days when they can't score, and you need to change up the tactics. Bringing Julian in is changing the whole dynamic of Manchester City, and it bases it off a more passing game. So I think squad depth is a huge thing for Manchester City. Guys, let me know what you think. What is going wrong in Manchester City? Is this a turning point in Tottenham's season? Can they make the top 4? Let me know what you think, guys. Like, subscribe, ring the bell, and I'll check you guys soon. Ciao, guys.